All right, I watched Red Notice. Um, my voice might be a little weird. Like my entire sinus is like really jacked up right now. Um, but it's like 1:57. I just finished it, so this is probably gonna be my most in-depth review. Um, like I've said, probably, it's been a while since I've said this, but when I do reviews, I be as honest as possible. There's no bias in anything that I say, and I can say with full certainty, Red Notice is probably one of the worst movies I've seen in a while, for sure, all year. Um, it was hyped up before COVID, and then it got postponed because of COVID, and I was finally out. I think it was like delayed 2 or 3 times, and I was finally out. Came out this past weekend, time of recording this video. Um, Dwayne Johnson is in it, The Rock. Gal Gadot is in it, Wonder Woman, and Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool. Um, Nothing about this movie works. Nothing about it. There's a huge twist at the end, and I had to change my complaints a little bit because of some of the stuff. Because I'm like, there's no way that should happen. But then it's a twist, and it's like, okay, that makes sense now. Even if you pay attention, the twist isn't that like twisty. Like there's always a layer of it being right there from a couple of characters. Even uh, the thing that was even a part of the twist made the thing aware of the twist a couple of times. Like that was really good. That was a really good non-spoiler. um, but it so much hype and such a big budget, and it's just not good. Like the action is not good. It's very much um Jumanji mixed with National Treasure, and I'm just not here for it. I don't buy Dwayne Johnson as like um an Indiana Jones type. Yeah, that too. Like I don't buy him as an Indiana. I don't buy any of the three as an Indiana Jones type. He's literally wearing the same clothes he wore in Jumanji, but different colors. And then he is a scene that looks like from Jungle Cruise, which I haven't watched. I'm probably gonna watch because it's new. But it just doesn't work like on any level. Ryan Reynolds is unleashed in this movie. Unleashed. Like they let him off the leash. And it's not in a good way, like at all. He unleashed like Blade Trinity unleashed. Just a rapid fire of saying just random shit and like, dude, this ain't Deadpool. Like, relax, man. And it's just, if nothing was funny, like there was nothing funny. I'm sitting there like, okay, you just gonna let him go off cuff? Let him be funny. Like tell him to reshoot that. Let it be funny. It's just not funny. I'm just tired of him just saying random shit like Tina Fey. Like it's just not funny. And Gal Gadot, like they got her like this sexy, super smart, smarter than everybody in the room, super spy, thief. But she's really not. And it's just annoying and frustrating because it don't fit for her either. Like it don't fit. And they make it seem like she's super smart, but it's like you're you're waiting for other people to do the work and then you're taking credit for it by stealing it from them. Like yeah, if you want to say that's smart, then go ahead. But to me, no. Like you found a loophole to get to the finish line where everybody else ran the race. You know, that's smart. Okay, fine. It's just, oh, I think The Rock is my biggest complaint in this movie because he's also like a love interest too, and it's like ew, ew. Like I appreciate him like branching out, but when he branches out, he does very much the same exact damn thing. And this, because he goes to prison, and it's like, okay, so this is Hobbs and Shaw. This is any other Fast and Furious. They're literally driving a car at one point too. And I'm sitting there like, dude, this dude does the same thing in every movie. And then they use him as like a physical comedy prop. Like he's getting hit by a bull, he's getting beat up by a pole, by Gal Gadot. I think he got hit by a car. Like he's like jumping off stuff, like a real action hero. The bridge blew up. He jumping over it. It caught it with his arm, caught the one rope with his arm, and then he like got up from that somehow in the ice. Like, I'm not making this up. In the ice, he climbed up with one hand with the ice, ran, and then jumped into a helicopter. What the diehard it happened? What is that? Around Ryan Reynolds is flying a helicopter. Like, this dude is really doing the same thing. And oh, he's charismatic. He's doing the same damn thing in every movie. How's that charismatic? It's in his wheelhouse. Like he's doing the same thing. It is crazy. And like Gal Gadot is so hyped, she's barely even in the movie, honestly. Like, it's hard to really have complaints about her. Because the big twist at the end that involves her. But at the same time, she's barely even in the movie. So it's like, and that's honestly, that's my only complaint. Oh, and Ryan Reynolds knows parkour. So while The Rock is doing the physical stuff, Ryan Reynolds is dodging and leaping over it. You're not finna sit here and tell me that Deadpool, dude that was in The Proposal with Sandra Bullock, is a dude, Amityville Horror, Blade Trinity, does goddamn parkour now. You just cannot convince me Ryan Reynolds knows parkour. It just, he's literally, I'm saying, like, what? The Rock is a love interest playing like a cop turned thief, and Ryan Reynolds does parkour. Like, what the hell is this movie? Like, this movie was tripping me out. I was sitting there like, dude, I cannot suffer through this anymore. Like, I almost cut it off. I was like, something like 30 minutes left. I could play a game real quick on the phone. It's just so much. And the chemistry, like, they really forced Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds to be together. Like, the script really forced it. Like, there was no reason for them to be in the same prison together, in the same cell. There was no reason for them to work together, honestly. He was trying to clear his name, blah blah, but he kept putting himself with Ryan Reynolds. And if anyone sees this, yes, I understand. I'm not trying to do spoilers though. And it says, like, it felt forced, and in the spoilers, it's just frustrating. Like, I didn't need this. I'd rather watch Red with Morgan Freeman and Helen Mirren and I say Dennis Hopper. It's not Dennis Hopper. Bruce Willis. Like, I'd rather watch that. I'd rather watch what's that movie with Bruce Willis? He's like a retired mob guy, or he's like in witness protection, and dude from Friends is in it. I'd rather watch that. Like, I'd rather watch National Treasure 1 and 2. Like, I'd rather watch Indiana Jones. Like, it's so many other movies I'd rather watch. I'd rather watch Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw, than watch this. Like, there's no reason for this movie. It does nothing. It adds nothing to it. I'd rather watch The Italian Job with Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark, and Charlize Theron. Like, it's Gone in 60 Seconds. Like, all these movies I'm naming, they borrow from. It's just no point to this movie, and it was so hyped up, delayed so much, Netflix put so much money into it, and it's just, and they did all that stealing, and for nothing. Like, they gave a good reason for it, but then they like snitched. It's like, no honorable thieves, I guess, but it's like, you snitched. It's crazy, but I'm finna end it. It's starting to get hard to breathe. That'll do for this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I totally appreciate it. I love all my subscribers. Give this video a like, dislike, any engagement is totally fine. Argue in the comments if you want to. I'm totally down for an argument if you keep it civil. Otherwise you just be talking to yourself. I'm not gonna delete it or nothing. You just be talking to yourself. But yeah, I watched Red Notice, Netflix, an hour and 57 minutes long. Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That's it. I thumbs down it on Netflix. It's not a good movie personally. It's just too much of other elements that it borrowed from them to make it. It's like a paper mache of movies, and I rather just take those pieces off and watch those individual movies than to watch an amalgamation of the movies. See, I leaned over, my eyes getting water. I gotta go. All right, I'll be back.